Hey guys, surprise. Ooh, I'm just trying to bring it up on my iPad. I meant to go live all day today and I was gonna put a post up, so I was going live, but it's been one of those days. I had to get stuff done before I go back to work tomorrow. So if you can tell, my voice is back. Yay! Right, let's turn this around. It's bothering me that the Stampin' Up logo is upside down. Look at my grotty grid paper. I've been sponging and I thought I'm going to recycle and use it. Okay, so do say hello when you log on. I just had to go turn the music off. I've been cooking. I made some coconut curried sausages because my hubby works at Bunnings and he's doing his week of late, so he doesn't get home till like 9:30 at night. So I have cooked some dinner ready for him when he gets home, being a good wifey and all. And I thought, you know what, I have been cleaning my desk and I have been making a project that I can't share with you because it is part of a upcoming blog hop. So hence the ratty paper, because I have been doing that. But I thought I'd come and share. I have like a whole heap of leftover kits from a card buffet that I did here locally. And I thought, you know what, they're just sitting there, I'll come make them with you. Because what else is there to do on a Friday night? And I'm sure a lot of you are at home. Hi Vicky. Because, you know, we are all trying to self-isolate as much as we can, or some of us have to, we don't have a choice. I am back at work tomorrow, so I've had a week off because I haven't been too well. And no, I haven't got coronavirus, but I had like a tonsillitis type thing. So I've been off work for the week and it has been so weird, let me tell you. Like, I'm not used to not working, and I was finding things to do around the house. Like, I was cleaning and scrubbing the fish tank, although it did need doing, and just finding odd things around the house to do. And I thought, you know, I need to just do some crafting because, yeah, it's not often that you get a week off work. And although it wasn't under the best circumstances, like, we don't like being sick. I am sounding better, aren't I, sir? I've got my voice back today. Hi, Emma. Hi, Liz. Hi, Vicky. So, yeah, I'm back to work tomorrow and I'm working all weekend. So I'm getting right back into the swing of things, but work is not its usual. So obviously we've all got, hi, Sammy Joe. There's different procedures and policies in place to protect us all, and it makes the work day a little bit more challenging, I suppose, because we're having to be extra cautious, which is understandable. So I'm mildly stressed about going back tomorrow because I've been out of it for a week and I'm not used to that. So I'm going to chill out and come craft with you, okay? So the reason I thought I'd do these tonight, I'm making 3 cards with you and they're all different, is because we're about to say goodbye to these Sale-a-Bration products. So if you don't know what Sale-a-Bration is and you're logging on, I'll just grab something. Actually, I have some on my table. I've got stuff everywhere at the moment. Okay, so in January, this catalogue here got released. This is the mini catalogue from January to June. And then with that, the first 3 months, so January to end of March, we have a sale, which is a once a year Stampin' Up sale called the Sale-a-Bration sale. And so there's actually 2 catalogues for this one because there was 2 releases. This is the second release one. And all these products are actually free. You can't buy them, they're free. So how do you get them? Well, for every $90, so it's accumulative, I can never say that word, accumulative, you can earn a free product and you get to choose something out of the catalogue. So we have 2 levels of products though. There's some, like this set's a really big set, and that one is a $180 purchase. So you can spend $180 and you can either choose 2 level 1s or 1 level 2. So yep, there's a picture at the back here which has got all of the products listed. So there's lots and lots of products. And there's some other amazing things with Sale-a-Bration, like for example the joining offer. At the moment you can join my team, and people get often scared about that and think, oh no, like I don't want to sell, I don't want to do videos, I don't want to have a blog, I don't want to run classes. You absolutely don't have to. You can join and literally buy for yourself at a 20% discount. So it's an amazing time to join, and the reason why is because you get this amazing little paper trimmer free, which you don't normally get. You also get a packet of a sampler packet of all our different papers from our different ranges from the catalogue free, and you also get to choose a stamp set of your choice now for free. There are some stamp sets in the catalogue that are more expensive, like for example this one here is I think $60 to $70 Australian because it's a big set. So that would be a great option to choose for free because it's your choice. You can choose one of any value. So I'd be choosing a more expensive one if that was me. So that's there as a joining offer, and I have all that information on my page so you can check it out. And if you have any questions, send me a message. Or if you're overseas and you want to join, flick me a message because I know lots of overseas people with Stampin' Up that I could recommend. And there's also another offer, which is the little ladybug set. I think it's shown more in this one. And you can get that free when you either spend over 500 or have a host a workshop or something like that of over 500. So if you have a group of crafty friends and you want to have a bit of like a virtual online workshop, you could. And if your orders come to over 500, you get that free as well. In addition to your normal Stampin' Rewards, which you would get 12% back to spend on whatever you like. But that all needs to be done before the 31st of March. Can you still buy dies for the cups? Yes, you can, Sue. I will see if I've got them just here. I do, because I've had them out. So this is the Cup of Cheer dies, and they are definitely still available. I just don't think they're in a catalogue because they carried over from our holiday catalogue. I'm sorry if you can hear, that's my dishwasher. And there's a bit of reflection because I've got my light up here. So yes, that's the Cup of Cheer dies. You could definitely still buy those. So I'll put those to the side. Now, I have got some sponging to do. Actually, I might do this more detailed card first. Let's get into it. Look, I've got my really big coffee. So at the moment, people are like crying about toilet paper. I would cry if I ran out of coffee. Like I have lots of coffee pods and lots of long life milk, don't worry, I didn't stockpile it. I already had it in my cupboard because I actually drink lactose-free milk because I am lactose intolerant. So I have lots of it. Need coffee. Okay, so we're going to make this fun card. Now I've actually combined, this is not a Sale-a-Bration option, as in you can't get this free, but you can buy it, and it is supposed to coordinate with one of our Sale-a-Bration options, which is, I'm sure it's not going to jump out at me, is it? Oh no, here it is. So this is called Sending You Thoughts, and this is a free one that you can choose with a $90 order, but you can also buy this fabulous die set that coordinates with it. So it doesn't look like it coordinates, and I kind of thought that when I looked at it, but the actual labels bits here that we're going to use one today coordinate with quite a few of these sentiments. So it's really a good one. So we do have our Sale-a-Bration coordination going still. So I'm not going to use, I've already die cut, but that's the dies that we're going to use. So they're the Sending Flowers dies. And we're also going to use this beautiful stamp set called the Free as a Bird set, which is from the Bird Ballad Suite in the annual catalogue. And I just love, and I've always loved the sentiments in this set. They're my go-to sentiments. I love what they say. I love everything about these sentiments. That light is so annoying. It's just really shiny, but I don't want it to be too dark. Okay, so we'll get right into it. What I've got here is a packet. So this is how I package all my stuff. I am Sherry. I have got my voice back. I'm so keen. Well, not keen, but I'm just so glad because it was so husky and annoying. So this is how I package all of the card buffet kits. So I run a monthly or twice monthly card buffet with my good friend and team member, Jodie. Jodie has known me since I was like 14. She knows the best and worst of me, don't you, Jodes? Okay, so what I have is a standard size A4 because I'm in Australia, card base, and I am in love with top folding portrait style cards. I love them, and part of the reason is because they're easier to photograph. Hi Kylie, hi Carly. So I've got a standard Coastal Cabana card base. Coastal Cabana is my fave, absolute fave. I love it to bits. I want them to bring out Coastal Cabana blends, and then my life would be complete. But having said that, there is a colour that I'm loving at the moment. Has grown on me, and it keeps popping up, and that's mint macaron. So then I have got a layer of basic black, and I have cut that to, I'm trying to remember the measurements off the top of my head, 9.9 by 14.3. And then I've got a whisper white layer, making sure I'm telling you the right thing, which is cut to 9.7 by 14.1 centimeters. And then I also have a piece of shimmery white cardstock. Now, the reason I'm using shimmery white is because we're going to be doing some sponging. You could just use thick whisper white, but I liked the glittery tone it gave it. Now, I actually don't know what this measures, and oh, hold on, I've got my trimmer just here. I have cut this to 9.5 by 14. So just a little bit smaller than your whisper white piece, because you don't want to see it underneath. Actually, I've told you the wrong thing. That one, well, I haven't, but this one is actually the piece for the front, and I've pre-die cut it with our circle. So that's this piece here. And all it does is literally die cuts that out, but you've got to, it keeps it in the card. So basically it gives you like a really cool little frame. Now I'm just going to poke out these little bits because I've pre-die cut it and not poked out all the little bits. I need my pokey tool. Hi Grace, how are you? How are things going? Are you and your family okay? And away from all this nasty virus stuff? I hope you're doing well, and everyone else, because it is not a fun time at all. I know my son, he's 6. He's been asking very like difficult questions about what's going on, because he's only 6 and it's scary. He doesn't know why all of these things are happening, and school's been challenging for him because they're putting all these extra things in place. Rather scary. Okay, so what I've done is I've got all my pieces and I've told you the sizes. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to start with my sponging. So I'm going to grab the piece of shimmery white, and I'm going to take my Night of Navy, which I'm starting to use a lot more, might I say, and also my Pacific Point, which I'm also using a lot more. I love my Pacific Point. Now just, I will say before I forget, I have pre-cut out lots of the flowers using these 2 dyes here from Coastal Cabana, Blackberry Bliss and Gold Glimmer. So that's what I've got, and you'll see why soon. Okay, so I'm going to use my favourite sponging technique, and those that have been coming to the card buffets that live here locally or have been watching my lives, because I've been doing it, will notice that this is something I'm loving at the moment. Now, I do use these oval makeup sponges, and you can get them from eBay. Really quite cheap, and they're just amazing for these kind of colouring techniques. So it may not look like much at first, and something I will say is I was watching one of the people that came to the card buffet do this exact card, and I was kind of sitting there beside her watching, and the sponging does actually change as it dries. Like, it really starts to blend more. So even if you think it's not looking right or whatever, it does actually really nicely blend. And our cardstocks are such good quality that it makes this kind of technique really super easy. So you don't get inky fingers, I might actually suggest something. You can grab a Post-it note and just hold it there so that you're not getting your fingerprints on the cardstock as well. Do you know, I went out for the first time in a week today, because obviously I haven't been well, and with everything going on, I thought it was best to stay home and do all the right things. So I went out for the first time in a week because I was writing a heap of wrap cards, which I did post up on my page. If you know anyone that you think would deserve a handmade card in the mail, let me know. And I couldn't find my favourite black pen to write cards anywhere. I like these Artline fine felt tip markers. They're really nice. Couldn't find it anywhere, so I had to go out specifically to buy a new pen because I was not okay with the fact that I did not have my favourite pen. Small things. So I'm just going to brush that makeup brush off a little bit. Now I'll close my pad so it's not out in the way. And now I'm going to change to my Pacific Point. Now what I like to do when I change colours is just blend, move that Post-it note. So I'll just add some to my brush. Now I blend where the 2 colours meet. And this will blend those 2 colours together nicely. It's funny because I've got a lovely lady that comes to, I won't name her, but she comes to the card buffets, and I showed her these makeup brushes and how they work with sponging colours, and she went and bought heaps the next day. It was funny. I got her addicted. And our ink pads work so well with these kind of sponging techniques. They're a water-based ink, which makes them really easy to blend and smudge. So it's all about building up the colour when you do this. So you just add little bits at a time and keep building up the colour. I've got a niggle in my throat. I feel like I need to cough. I'm trying not to because I hate doing it on live videos. Okay. So now, believe it or not, when we let that sit for a second, it will actually... Oh, excuse me. I feel like I had dust in my throat. Okay. We'll let that sit for a second, and that will begin to blend really nicely. While we're waiting, I have cut one of the labels from the Sending Flowers set, which is the little scalloped one. And what I'm going to do is just brush that with some... my embossing buddy. This is a very handy tool. Hi Liz, how are you? And this helps to remove some static from the cardstock, which helps with when you're doing things like heat embossing to not, so it doesn't stick to all the areas you don't want it to stick to. See, I can't talk as I'm thinking. Do they wash well? The sponging brushes, to be honest, I actually don't even wash mine. I just brush them off, but having said that, I haven't had them for very long. So, but I did actually watch something, might have even been today. Someone said, or yesterday, someone said that you can just wash them underwater and they wash really well. Okay, so I'm going to use from the Free as a Bird set, the We're the Best of Friends. And I've got my Versamark pad out. And oh, I don't think it's my new one. I used my new one the other day on live. But no, you get the old one. And now I'm just going to stamp that down. Tell you what, the house is so quiet. I think I stamped that up a bit too high, but we're just going to go with it because I'm not going to recut that. Actually, listen to me. I'm thinking out loud. No, we're just going to go with it. It's so quiet here because my son is at his dad's and my hubby's at work. So I thought, you know what? You guys get me all week. Lives galore. Okay, so I've got my Whisper White embossing powder and I'm just going to run that over the top. Now, if it does stick to places, I generally will use my finger if I can, or I just get like a small, got one here, small paintbrush and just literally wipe away those extra bits. Don't know if you can hear my son. My son's got a Garmin watch, like a Fitbit, and he left it here, didn't take it to his dad's, but it like beeps when it's his bedtime and stuff, and it's going off in the background. It's really annoying. I'd go turn it off, but I don't want to. Okay, so I'm just going to heat emboss this. Might heat that up for a second. So, what have you all been up to? Have you been getting lots of crafting done? I hope so. Okie dokie. Just want to wait till that embossing powder melts enough. So I really wanted to show these cards tonight because I would hate for you to miss out on some of these gorgeous products because they end midnight on Tuesday for us here in the South Pacific. So you don't want to miss out. I'd hate for you to miss out. Okay. So what we might do while that, I still want to let that dry for a second, is we might just do the inside of our card quickly. So all I have done is added a thank you sentiment, and I'm going to take the two pieces we've got, so the black and the white that I showed you at the start of the video, and with Memento ink I'm just going to stamp my thank you, and let's hope I get it nicely. Yep, all good. I'll clean my stamps at the end. And then I have added a couple of these flowers. So I might just add 3. How about 3? I like working in 3s. I don't know if anyone else is the same, but I've got to do things in odd numbers. Otherwise, it's just not okay. I'm very much an odd number girl. I think things look better in triangular or threes, odd numbers. 3s or 5s, really. Okay, so I've added those on. So until they stick for a second. And then I'm going to add this piece to my basic black. Hope I didn't just get a fingerprint on it. Because I've pre-cut everything, I thought I can do these cards with you because they won't take long because I've pre-cut everything. Now, I did add some rhinestones, but I'll add them in a minute. Okay, so now we can add this to the inside of our card. I've got to decorate the insides of my cards. Can't have naked insides. I even decorated an envelope today. I went to the post office and posted off 50 cards today. 50. Because I wanted to send some love out to the world. So I did just that. Because I've been writing them, and don't worry, I did not lick the envelope. So I thought with everything going on, it's not scented, so I've got to move that. It's not okay. With everything going on, I thought, no, I'm not going to lick the envelope. So I used my trusty aqua painter to wet the envelope, which was a tip I saw online somewhere, which was really good. And the post lady looked at me like, what are you sending so many cards for? But I thought, you know, now is a great time to be sending cards and letting people know that you're thinking of them, because it is a scary time. Okie dokie. So now what we want to do is actually, look, I've already got inky hands. We are going to take our piece of black and we want to stick our shimmering cardstock that we have sponged in the beautiful, hi guys, hi Margaret, Wendy and Karen. So we just want to adhere that down, centered on the black. And then what we're going to do is adhere this piece of white over the top of that, but with some Stampin' Dimensionals. I need to get a wipe. My hands are so inky. I've got my trusty Pino Clean wipes. I don't know how I'd go about buying any more of them at the moment. The shops are crazy. Right. Okay, so I'm going to take my black Stampin' Dimensionals and I'm just going to adhere quite a few because you don't want it to sag. So I did do a Stampin' Up order last night. And I stocked up on things like white cardstock and dimensionals because if such is the case that our postal services have to take a break, I wanted to have all my must-haves. You don't want to see, honestly. I have quite a large adhesive and cardstock stash. Right, so I'm just going to peel the backings of all of my dimensionals off. Do you know, I have just done my vacuuming and I found dimensionals all over the house. So does anyone else find dimensionals everywhere? Backings, that is. I found one down my bra the other day. Like, how on the earth did it end up down there? Come off. I love these black ones. They're so cool. Okay, let's see. Can Kayla get this scented while on Facebook Live? Or will she have to pull it all up? Oh, that's pretty good. Pretty happy with that. Okay, so now what we can do is stick this to our card front. Do you know, if you pre-cut like this particular design that I'm doing right now, if you pre-cut all the pieces and sponged out a heap of backgrounds at once, you can make this cut in bulk pretty easy. And it looks complicated, but it's not. I promise. Right, so we can stick our sentiment down. What I'm going to do is just tie the bow first. So I'm going to use the Whisper White Polka Dot Chill ribbon. This is one of my favorite ribbons. I love it. It is actually harder to tie a bow with though. So a lot of people ask about my bows and I'm no professional, I'm going to admit, but I tie one bunny ear and then go round and back underneath. Now this is not a good ribbon to show you tying bows with, because it's actually quite a hard ribbon to tie bows with. But I found that with this ribbon, you cannot pull it tight until you've got your bunny ears the size you want them. Otherwise it just will not work and you'll end up pulling it to bits. So, and I found this one, you also don't have to pull it entirely tight. That's not very good grammar, but anyway. Now I'm just going to trim my ends, and there you've got a bow. Very pretty. Now I just want some glue dots, and I'm just going to stick a glue dot to the back, because I'm going to stick my sentiment over the top. So I'm actually going to put my bow on an angle and then stick this one over the top, like so. So I'm going to apply some glue dots just to the back of my sentiment as well to help. Oh, thanks, Karen. I have honestly tried many things when it comes to bows. I've actually got one of these, what's it called? Bow Easy thing. But I actually find it easier to do them by hand. I don't know. I know some people like to use those tools, but... Okay, so now all I did is pick some flowers out that I've pre-die cut. So I've die cut a whole heap, basically, out of... the Gold Glimmer, Blackberry Bliss, and Coastal Cabana. And then I had a heap to pick from. And I did die cut literally a whole heap, because I made these up as kits for our regular card buffet for all the ladies that come. Okay. So then I'm just going to add them randomly, as random as I can. I am going to miss this die a lot because I have loved it and have been using it to death. Hi Tanya, how are you? How's it going? Kids driving you crazy yet? I haven't seen my son at all this week. I'm missing him. I would usually have him over Friday night, so this is unusual that I can do a live like this, but he's still at his daddy's, and I won't see him until Wednesday next week. And the schools have now, they haven't shut, but basically they're saying if you can, keep your kid home. So it's looking like homeschooling as of next week. Funny story, I'm actually almost a qualified teacher. No, not really. I've done 3 of my 4 years of the teaching degree. And then I actually got pregnant with my son and took a break because of that, and I hurt my back. So I actually didn't go back to teaching, because in the time I had off with my back injury and having my son, I realised that as much as I wanted to be a teacher, I wanted to do something a little more one-on-one. So that's why I'm a youth worker now. It's one of my big whys. I've always had a passion for working with older kids, so teenagers. People call me crazy, but I love it. Right, so I'm just finding... I'm doing this very randomly because I don't want to take your whole night up with me trying to pick colours. It can be hard to match up the flowers, but you don't have to do it perfectly. It doesn't have to be perfect. Okay. What do I want now? Do I want a blue or a purple? I need a bigger purple. Let's see. I actually have some more kits here. Oh, that's odd. Let's get some flowers out of that one, shall we? Look, I'm pinching stuff out of the other kit. Okay, so maybe I'll do another gold. No, that's too much gold. Okay, I need another blue. Thanks, Liz. Have you been enjoying using your Stampin' Up stash? I want a little, maybe do I do a little gold tulip? But there's 3 golds together. Oh well, let's just do it. Who's gonna know Kayla's being too much of a perfectionist. No, that looks really weird. Okay, now you really are seeing my just bizarre crafting methods, honestly. Sometimes I can procrastinate all day over a card, honestly. Okay. So now my fingers are all nice and gluey. I'm going to take my Wink of Stella and literally just spritz this on. I am addicted to doing that to cards, I will warn you. I do it to everything. And now I've just got some basic rhinestones and I'm going to stick those into the centers of my little flowers. So not the tulips, just the flowers. Adds a bit more sparkle and shine. So, yep, you've only got until Tuesday midnight to grab this die because it will be, the sale will be ending then. And hey, if you buy the die and spend just like maybe another $30, you can get something free. So you could get some of the other fabulous products free. Righty-o. So then all I did, so that's that card finished. Actually, I need to add another glue dot just in the corner there to get that to really stick. Okay, so that's that card done. And all I did was I did add a couple of rhinestones on the inside, but you don't have to do that by any means because it can actually cause it to be a little bit bumpy. So do you want to know something crazy? I posted so many cards today and it cost me $2.20 Australian for each Australian card I sent. I sent one to the US, to Illinois, and it cost me only $1 more. Go figure. How does that even work? So that's that card done. So that's the first card of 3. Now, actually I better not put that stamp set away because I need to clean the stamps. Okay. I'll just pop those in there so I don't lose them. Oh, can you believe I just spilled that everywhere? Well, you probably can believe it. Okie doke. So now we might do this fun one, which is a bit more sponging because I know you all just love it. Not. No, you might. I don't know. Okay, so what we want is some more. Look, I've even got a flower stuck to my hand. How did that happen? So what I want is some more of my makeup brushes. So I've got an orange and a pink one. So I just have, yes, thanks Liz. I am so glad to be feeling better because, oh, it took it out of me, I tell you. So this one, we're going to use the gorgeous Tags in Bloom set. I just need to take a sip of my coffee. So this is the Tags in Bloom set. This is a new Sale-a-Bration release. This was the second release. It is so beautiful and it matches with a couple of our punches, which do I have at my fingertips? I don't know. I have been crafting. I'm not actually a messy crafter, but I have been this week. So it matches with this beautiful one and also this one. So this one matches with a couple of punches, which is really cool. We will actually use this one. Oh, that draw's heavy. Okay. So this is, I don't know if I said, this is a $180 one. So you need to spend $180 to own this one free because it's quite a large set. So it's actually got two different sets of stamps. Right, so I've got some of the Crushed Curry crinkled seam binding ribbon and I've just got a scrap of black, it doesn't matter how big, and a scrap of crumb cake. I've got some of the, I think these are the Holiday Basic rhinestones from memory. And this is some of our gorgeous paper. This is the, what is this one called? Kayla, seriously. Let's have a look at the catalogue because I don't want to tell you the wrong thing. It is the Flowering Foils Specialty Designer Series paper. This one has been so popular. And then I have a top folding card base in Whisper White, like before, and the same layer sizes, but I've got a layer of basic black and then a layer of our designer paper, which, would you believe, I actually know, hold on. Did I cut that to the wrong size? I think I did. I'll have to fix that. Okay. And then I've got the same size pieces for the inside that I showed you before. And I've got a scrap of Whisper White. So that's a large scrap because we'll need it. Okay, I'm just going to trim this down because it's slightly too large. So hopefully I did that right because I just totally guessed that then. Yes, thank goodness. Okie doke. So we're going to do some sponging again, but this time with some different colours. So this time we're going to use some Mango Melody, which is one of my classic favourites at the moment. I've got to remember exactly what I used. Grapefruit Grove and Calypso Coral, I think. That's what we're using, okay? So we're going to start with our Mango Melody. So this is pretty much exactly the same thing we did before with our Sending Flowers card. And the really cool thing about doing this on this kind of paper is because it's foiled, it's going to resist that foil, so you still get your image on there, which is really, really cool. I swear it's like a bit brown or green. If I had blue on that. Good reason why you should clean your brushes. I think there was actually another colour on that. It's all good. Okay. Now I'm going to go in and add some Grapefruit Grove. Might be a tip to myself. Go and clean brushes tonight because I haven't cleaned them since I've had them. So now might be a good time to do that before I go back to work and forget. Okie dokie. So that's our Grapefruit Grove. And then we're going to go in and add Calypso Coral, which is a bit more of a pinky colour. So I'm just going to use my pink brush and add this in at the top. And just blend that down a little bit. Oh, tell you what, all this sponging is killing my shoulder. Giving me a workout. Okie doke. So we'll give that a second. And now we want to do a couple of things in prep for the next bits. So we're just going to stamp out a couple of items. What have I done on the inside? Okay. This one's got quite a few stamps from memory. I haven't actually cleaned these since the card buffet, so I don't know how dirty they are. Okay, big tip I had for these ones, which I didn't do very well, is dropping them down and then mounting them. That way you're not going to get a skewy stamped image because sometimes they can bend and wobble, which when you've got to match it up with a die or a punch can be really painful. Okay, so we want to take our scrap of crumb cake here and just stamp that one. And then what I might do is I'm going to clean these as I go because there's a lot of stamps here and I'm going to end up with blocks all over my desk otherwise. Okay, so then we want to take the other frame image that has the floral, which I need a bigger block. It has a floral image on it. I'm making such a mess. I like to be a clean crafter and also a clean cook, and this week I've been neither, whatever. So I'm just going to stamp this floral one down, and then I said I'm going to clean it. These chamois are the best for on-the-spot cleaning. You can go give them a deep clean later, it's fine. Okay, oh, while I've got this stamp just here out, I know that I've stamped the Sending Hugs for the inside, so I might just quickly do that so I don't have to get it back out. Sending Hugs, isn't it cute? Okay, and then we want a couple of our singular flowers. So just this one here. I have got blocks everywhere. It's freaking me out. Okay, so I want 3 of these singular flowers, and then I've also stamped some, oh, I can't get that off, for the inside of the card. So I'm just going to stamp a little collection of flowers down here. Might just put them like that. Okie doke. Now, you might think I've coloured all this in, but I haven't. There's a way of doing it. So this has got lots of little stamps here, and we're going to want to take them all out. So I need all these little bits and pieces, bits and bobs. Got lots of stamps everywhere. Okay, I'll pop my black out of the way. Now I want to go back in with my Mango Melody, which is one of my fave colours. And then I'm going to stamp my flowers. Oh, dimensional backing. So this one lines up here. So I'm just going to ink that up with the Mango Melody. Now I hope I don't get my head in the way, because I'm just lining this up as best as I can while trying not to take up the whole camera. Look at that, perfect. Meant to be. That's right, so I'll just clean that one off and pop that to the side. And now we want to do our little leafy bits. So I think that's, I kind of just, when I was teaching myself this stamp, I kind of just like played around with it a little bit until I got used to where everything lined up. Now I've got my Granny Apple Green. I love stamp sets that line up like this and colour the image for you. It's really super cool. Right, that one's a little bit off, but it's going to be right. You can actually go back in and stamp a second time if you want to. Now we've got this set of leaves, which is just there. Look at that. And then what have we got next? We need to do the flower. I didn't get the flower bit out. Okay, so our singular flowers, there's also a stamp to colour those. Yeah, get off my finger. See how quick this is. And then you can do the ones that you've stamped on the inside of the card. So, I've got a stamp stuck under there. Okay. Gosh, my dishwasher's loud. Hope you guys can't all hear that. Okay, so now we've got, I don't know if we need this little bit here. We need that bit. I'll just pop these ink pads out of the way so you can see what's going to happen otherwise. So I've taken Calypso Coral again. Oops. I'm pretty sure this is this one. So this is the little flower innards. If that's what you call them, I don't really know. And then we've got some more little flower bits. Don't know what that one's to. Cannot work it out. Oh, it is. It's to another stamp that I haven't used. All good. I haven't missed something. So these ones are for the singular flowers. So we can just stamp those. Look at this coming together so quick. Okie dokie. So pop that out of the way. And then I think there's one more bit of stamping, but I'm just to minimize some of the mess, I'm just going to stick my piece of that, my inside piece down to my bit of basic black, and we've got the card base. I'm just going to stick this, to pop it out of the way basically, into my card middle, like so. And then we can stick our designer paper down to our black piece. Definitely need to give those brushes a clean. I did have them at the card buffet, so I'm not sure if someone's accidentally popped them in the wrong colour or something. Right, so I'm going to do another technique that I love to do, and that's my basic black Stampin' Write marker. I'm literally just going to grab the lid and flick it, and that gives me some fun black spritzing. I learnt that off the lovely Stampin' Lips Dina. She's amazing. Had to have a minor coffee break. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is just quickly add some snail down there, and that helps hold in place some ribbon, which I'm just going to zigzag across my card like so. It looks a bit funny at the moment, but it will come together. Now I'll add some adhesive to our card front, and I can stick that onto the front of the card like so. Now, oh goodness, oh, it's just glue, it's all good. Now I've got this scrap bit of black here. I want to take the stamp that says I miss your face. I love that saying, I miss your face. Okay, then I'm going to add some, just my embossing buddy again, and take my Versamark pad, give that a good ink up, and stamp that down. Did I put my embossing powder away? I probably did. Yes, I did. Okay, then I can lift that up, and I'm just going to add some white embossing powder, and then heat that up. I love heat embossing, can you tell? Oh, I love doing it. It's one of my favourite things to do. I miss your face. Shut the lid on my embossing powder before I make an absolute mess. Okay, so now we've just got a couple other bits to do. So we're going to punch this fabulous bit out with our coordinating punch, which punches are fabulous because they make things super easy to do, which helps when you line it up properly. There we go. Pop that punch away. I'm running out of desk room. Okay. Now we just want to do a little bit of fussy cutting, and I promise I'm going to fussy cut like super fast. Talk to me, guys. Tell me what you've been up to. I need fussy cutting entertainment. Don't think I have any funny stories for you all because I have literally been at home all week and haven't even really been out. So I did watch some Netflix, but I watched a really sad show, and which I think I spoke about the other day. So I did go on to Netflix though and pin a couple, I don't know if it's called pinning, but saved a couple of other shows that I want to watch. And yes, I need to get some educational stuff happening because obviously I'm going to have Mr. 6-year-old home. At the moment he's loving his maths, so he's obsessed with me asking him like maths questions, like what's 30 minus 6, and he's so, like, he's 6 but he won't work it out in his fingers. He actually does it all in his head, and I don't know how he does it, and he won't explain it to me how he's doing it. A 1,000-piece puzzle? Wow, do you know, I thought about that the other day. I want to go buy a puzzle that's full of puppies. That would make me happy right now. Puppies or peacocks? Or maybe pineapples. Oh my God, they all start with P. Puppies, peacocks, and pineapples. And my mind just went to really bad, dirty places that I don't need to talk about on a Facebook Live. But no, I don't want a puzzle of that. I don't know why that went there. Clearly I need sleep. Okay, so I've fussy cut out that one. And I'm just going to fussy cut out my little flowers. Yep. So if you're watching me for the first time and you would like a catalogue, let me know, because I still have plenty here. And our mini catalogue goes until June. Am I being told off, Kylie? Whoops. Clearly I'm too housebound this week. I need to get out. I think we're all feeling a bit like that. I was, just getting very, very bored. 4 walls. I'm used to being at work a lot, so. So the trick to fussy cutting is to move the scissors. I mean the paper, not the scissors. I'm telling you the wrong thing now. I have no idea how long I've been live for either. Does it even say? 52 minutes. Oh my goodness, you're probably getting sick of me. See, that's actually interesting. It obviously takes me like half an hour to do a card, and that's a card that's pre-planned. You don't want to know how long it takes me to do other cards then. Now, the last thing we're going to fussy cut is just our sentiment. Now, I did these all separately, I think. Yep. So I've just cut out, it might be easier just to cut it down a little bit. I've cut out the eye separate. I think I may have played with keeping it all together, but it didn't look right. So I have cut it out separate. And then I've kept the mist together. So who's excited about the new Ornate Garden suite of products? I have a secret, I've been using it today. I've got lots of stuff planned with it and something exciting coming, but I'm not going to tell you. There is like a really loud noise outside, but I am home alone, so I'm not going to go check. The doors aren't locked though. No, I live in a pretty good neighbourhood. It's rather quiet. In fact, we are some of the youngest in the neighbourhood. It's quite, it's full of like disability housing and older people. Oh, you didn't get it, Kylie. Oh. Do you know, I looked at it at first and it wasn't really my style. And then, I'll show you. I'll have to message you something, Kylie. I was having a laugh because I was on a video call with Jodie before. And I was showing her as I was making this card. And I said, I'm adding too much. Tell me to stop. And like, I literally put things on the card, took them off again, put them on again, took them off again. It's one of those cards. I just didn't know where to stop. Which I often get in trouble for putting too much on my cards. No wonder Australia Post doesn't like me. I'm the one that clutters up their mailboxes with thick, chunky cards that have got a million embellishments on them. Oh, which dies did you get? The borders or the frames? I can't decide which one I like most. I think it's the borders. The borders is what I use today. I just love, my favourite, I'll show you, because I'm just chatting away and can't stop talking, is probably this little daisy here. That's my favourite stamp out of the whole suite. I love it. And the little stamp that says my friend out of the thank you set. It's gorgeous. I've already got plans with that one. Lots of plans. The frame's pretty. I've seen some amazing things done with them. Okay, so now it's literally going to come together really quick. I promise. Okay, so I'm just going to add some adhesive to this piece here and pop that one down, and literally our frame will go on top with some dimensionals. So I'll probably just add about 3 dimensionals. And then, oh goodness, look how uneven that is. I'm going to pop the frame on top, and then we're going to stick our flowers on. Do you know, funny thing is, I think I've stamped these flowers in a different colour, but it's happening. So I've also mounted one of the flowers up onto a dimensional. And then we're just going to literally grab our sentiment that we fussy cut out, just place that down, and when we're happy with where it is, we're just going to add a little bit of Tombow glue. I may have to save the last card for later because I'm going to go over an hour. So I may have to save that for Monday because I'm at work all weekend. That can be my last hurrah before the end of Sale-a-Bration. So there we go. I've got I Missed Your Face. And then I have Wink of Stellard, of course, because you can't have a card, can't have a Kayla card without Wink of Stellar. And then I have added some of these rhinestones. Now I cannot add 4 rhinestones. Why did I think that was possible? There's got to be 5. Okay, so I'm going to add some little rhinestones. So these are the Holiday Basic rhinestones, and they carried over. So they're still available, which is really fun. Okay, I'll stick into my fingers. See, I need to clean my brushes. That looks so much darker. Definitely going to go clean my brushes. So that is that card. So we have made, where did I put the other cards? There they are. Okay, so we've made 2 cards. So what I've decided I'm going to do, because I just don't think I can do it very quickly. I probably could. No. I'll save this one for Monday, and what we'll do is we'll have a last hurrah Sale-a-Bration video where I make a card with you, and I'll do some colouring with you live. So I hope you enjoyed the 2 cards that I came on and made live with you, just for a bit of fun and to share some of the Sale-a-Bration products before they're gone. I can't believe they're almost gone. Do you reckon this coffee's cold? I've had it for an hour and it's huge. Lukewarm. Oh, Veronica, I'm about to leave. I'm making some of the cards. Did you make these 2, Veronica, on that last weekend? I think you did. Pretty sure you did. So I've just made them live, and I'm going to pop on again on Monday and share another card with you. Maybe I might even do another 2. Who knows? I've got Monday off work. I will check my messages, Kylie. I'm going to pop off now and quickly go and get dinner ready. Well, it's ready, but I've got to serve it up. Ready for Declan, because I'm being a good wife. Hi, Stace. Did you check your messages? I sent you a message, Stace. Okay, well, feel free to watch the replay if you haven't been able to catch the whole thing and see me make the 2 cards live, and definitely go and grab yourself some of these products. I do have, before they go, because they're about to end, this is my website, so you can go and buy any of these products, which is linked in the video link as well, but it's kaylarenee.stampinup.net, and this is my monthly host code. So this month you get a packet of these beautiful tropical Oasis trinkets worth $13, I think. Free when you spend over $50 and use the host code. Plus you get a handmade card from me. And you also spend $90, you get those free, as well as a Sale-a-Bration item of your choice. Plus pop onto my blog, and I've been blogging every day. I've been so good with blogging. So pop on, feel free to share the video, and thanks again for watching, guys. Love you all. Bye.